I found a hotel receipt tucked deep inside the pocket of her jacket. A sleek downtown hotel, booked for 2 nights under a name that wasn't mine. She walked through the door 15 minutes later, her poise as flawless as polished glass. Her hair was still damp, carrying the faint, unmistakable scent of someone else's soap. I poured her a glass of wine, lips sealed tight, giving nothing away. That night I left quietly, no shouting, no accusations, just a heavy, silent exit. While she slept, I packed my things with careful, soft movements. My hands felt cold as I stood by the doorway, looking at her peaceful face, calm as if innocence still defined her. That image was the deepest wound of all. We had built 15 years from nothing. Her words always painting us as a team. Her lies delivered with such certainty they could reshape reality. I moved out, settling into a modest apartment by the river, stark, quiet and cold. I let the sting of betrayal settle slowly, deliberately. The anger simmered later, rising like a controlled flame, sharp, clarifying. We met when we had nothing but each other. Her smile was bright, full of shared dreams, and I believed in her. We launched our company on borrowed money and fragile hopes. I managed the technical core. She captivated investors with her charm. Together, we climbed sleepless nights, coffee-fueled launches, whispered promises over late-night takeout. It was always us against the world. She vowed forever, always us. But cracks formed silently, missed dinners fading warmth, excuses piling up like a heavy cologne. Pleasant until the truth beneath emerged. A week before I found the receipt, her phone lit up while she showered. I wasn't meant to see it, but the message burned itself into me. He's blind. You're brilliant. I saved the evidence, sent it to a hidden device, erased my tracks. For weeks I watched. Late client meetings that didn't add up, trips she never mentioned, nights when she returned too perfect. I didn't confront her. I observed. I absorbed the pain, letting it sharpen my restraint. The company was split evenly, but I knew every pulse. Passwords, payment systems, hidden accounts, secret deals. She thought she outsmarted me, forgetting I built the system. 6 months after I left, I acted quietly, tracing her siphoned funds, embedding clues in financial records, planting forged contracts. Then I waited, triggering an anonymous audit. But I wasn't done yet. On her birthday, she invited me to a private room with glass walls, the city sprawling below, hers to command, or so she believed. She spoke of reconciliation, her smile dismissing the past. I wore black, crisp and deliberate, my purpose clear. She raised her champagne. I left mine untouched. I didn't want it to end like this, she said, voice dripping with false regret. I slid a thin folder across the table. She read, confusion flickering into cunning as she scanned the bank records. Fake vendor agreements, timestamped transfers. This is, her words faltered. Proof, I said. The audit hits Monday. IRS, SEC, your new investor. They all have copies. She grasped for control but found none. You could go to jail for this, she snapped, voice unsteady and hollow. I leaned closer. No. You could. Silence swallowed the room, thick and oppressive. Her glass tipped, wine spilling across the white linen. I loved you, she whispered, as if those words still held weight. I stood, fastening my coat. I loved who you were, not who you are. I thought that was the end, justice served, precise. But 2 months later, she stood at my door, no makeup, no defenses, just rain-soaked hair and a spark in her eyes I hadn't seen in years. Honesty, she said. There's more. I should have closed the door, but I didn't. She sat on my couch, hands trembling. It wasn't about the money, she said. It was never about him. The investor I thought she chose had been extorting her, threatening to expose a secret from her past, something buried before I ever knew her. She made a deal, played his game, lied to protect herself, and she claimed it was to protect me. If she fell, they'd come for me next. She showed me the evidence, photos, threats, payment records. Her betrayal wasn't simple. It was coerced, distorted. Yet still she lied. Still she chose him. That night, I walked to the river's edge, letting the cold consume me. Was I mistaken? Did I ruin someone trying to save us? Or was this another story spun to survive? Truth doesn't erase pain. Lies remain lies. Betrayal remains betrayal. But power endures. She called last week, said she was leaving town, asked for forgiveness. I didn't grant it, not out of spite, but because I no longer needed her. Betrayal is a mirror. It shows their true face, but more importantly, it reveals yours. When everything falls apart, what remains is who you really are.